Starting. Is this working? Can y'all see me? Wait, it's live. Does that mean people can see me? Wait a second. Let me click this and see. Y'all can see me, correct? Yes, no.
I think. Oh,
I can't tell.
I think it's delayed. Like, it'll be like a few seconds delayed.
Oh, it'll probably be a few
On
seconds
the
delayed.
YouTube channel, yeah. Because it's always been like that.
Oh, you guys can see me. Is this working? Can y'all see me? Oh, that's awesome. You guys can see me. Wait, it's live. Does that mean people can see me? Oh, that's great.
Wait a
okay.
second.
Hey, everybody.
Let's see.
Oh, wait, hold on.
Y'all can see me, correct?
Sorry, y'all. This is like the
Yes.
first time I've ever done a live stream by myself. So if I look crazy,
I think it's delayed. Like,
forgive me. Okay, hold on. Still figuring it out. Give me a second.
Okay, so let's see.
I want to be able to see the comments and stuff.
Well,
So can I only see it on the YouTube?
Yeah,
Oh my goodness, this is so cool.
I think you might.
Oh,
have to
man,
see
this
it
is
right
dope.
Here,
Maybe
but
I'll just have to see it right there.
you can just read them over there.
Oh, okay, cool. Well, hey, I love you guys. First and foremost, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. As you guys all know, on Tuesday, which is today, I released the Renegade EP, and I'm so excited about it. It has been a joy and a pleasure to work on, and I am just so excited to share this moment with you guys. So I'm just here to hear all your questions, and let's talk. Let's chat. I want to hear what some of your questions are, y'all. You guys can ask about everything. You can ask about, once again, Scott's hair. You can ask about Mitch's crazy falsetto. And yeah, Jake's here because Jake's the man. Hey, Jake.
Hi.
Can y'all see him?
You can't see, but we'll
You can't see him?
soon.
Okay, you'll see it soon. We can't see it yet. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so let's get started, y'all. What kind of questions do you guys have? Let's see. How do I see people's questions? Okay. Music Beats 001 asked, why did I choose to call my EP the Renegade EP? The decision was, the music that I kind of want to do as myself is it's kind of like how Pentatonix did things, where we wanted to take something and completely flip it on its head. And I think that's kind of what I wanted to do with the cello and with the beatboxing, that I wanted to take it and kind of flip it on its head. And, I was very, very inspired by Don Quixote, where people thought he was crazy, but he looked at the world from his own perspective and he thought people were crazy. And I think that's just kind of when you have an idea and people think it's crazy and you also think it's crazy in two different ways, they'll combat each other. But I think that's what a renegade does. Renegade takes his idea and kind of projects it to the world, regardless of how people think it's crazy and how he might think it's crazy for himself. So that's kind of why I just decided to call it Renegade, and I love it. And it's got like some pop beats, it's got some 4 on the floor, it's got some hip hop, you know what I'm saying? It got all of that. So it's cool. I really am excited for it, and I hope you guys like it. And I hope you guys have seen the video. Do you guys like the video? Please say you like the video, or I'm gonna be very sad. Let's see, what else? Will you make a rap for us fans? Oh my gosh. That's gonna be a little bit difficult. Like, yo, I love you fans, what? Yo, I'm glad you coming to this live stream. I want y'all got. I can't. No, it's bad. It's just not a good thing. Will you do a beatbox freestyle for us? Here, I'll do a short one. Let me think. So yeah, there's that. Okay, some more questions, y'all. What was your favorite experience while creating the EP? The coolest thing I think was starting to understand my musical process, and the experience of that was quite humbling because with Pentatonix you have four other people who are creatively, I mean, they're brilliant, and you get to bounce your ideas off of that, and and I'm very comfortable working with them. With the Renegade EP, I had to, I was working with completely different people who are, equally as brilliant, but trying to figure out how to make what I'm doing different and unique and have its own voice. It just took some time. And I literally just racked my brain so much because when it's your own personal pursuit, you never know if people are going to enjoy it. You never know if people will react to it. And so it's just cool that you guys reacted so positively to it, and it really makes it makes my heart jump up and down. So I'm just so thankful. At least Alan asked, "What was your first thought when they called Pentatonix name for the?" Okay, let's talk about this. I'll never forget it. I'm right next to my mom, and they say Ben Bram's name first. And I see my mom, I look at her, and then I look over to my right, and Scott's on the other end of the aisle, and he and I look at each other. We were like, did that actually happen? And then we just went up and we're like, okay, we got to hold our composure because now we're on a stage where other Grammy winners are possibly going to be and other very, very respected people in the audience are going to see us. So yeah, man, it was very cool. I was just like, this is not real life. So, but it was very real, and I'm just so thankful. I love you guys. Y'all are balling, by the way. What's up? What's up? What's up? Let's see. Somebody asked, have you ever had braces? Yes. And my teeth were terrible growing up. Oh my goodness. I had probably the worst teeth of anybody. They were all like all over the place. Like, oh, it was not good. And braces does wonders. I think I had them for 4 years, 4 or 5 years. Something like that. Yo no say. But yeah. Oh my gosh, this is a question. Like, if I was Ursula, what would I steal first? Food, of course. Like, y'all have to understand, Avi and I are practically the same, and we love food equally. I eat a lot more than him because it's very, very good. I don't know what to tell you. Somebody asked, what was it like meeting Quincy Jones? Oh my goodness, that's, it's cool that I can actually call him a mentor and a friend. What had happened was, is every good story starts, you know what I'm saying? What had happened was this. It was one random morning in February 2012. Apparently, the executive manager of Quincy Jones, his name's Adam Fell, he saw my my video for Julio, and so he used the account and he tweeted me, and so I was like, what? Quincy Jones's account tweeted me, and he said, DM me my information. So I DM'd him, and he said, listen, I want you to come over, meet Quincy. He just wants to meet you and talk to you because he's been raving about your music. So I went over to his house, and he and I spent 3 hours together, and it was 3 of the most life-changing hours I've probably ever had because, one, you're in the presence of truly greatness, and his house is absolutely gorgeous. I mean, absolutely gorgeous. And it's custom made, like, oh my gosh. And he just gave me a lot of confidence in kind of the vision that I have for how I want to make music and live my life, because he's a huge inspiration. And so, we watched videos of him working with Michael Jackson in the studio, of him working with Bobby Brown and some other people. I mean, and then I played for him, and he said, hey, Kevin, you know what? I want you to come, and I want you to play for me at in Montreux, Switzerland, at a jazz festival, and you're going to open for Chick Corea and Bobby McFerrin. And I freaked out, literally freaked out. I was like, how are you going to do this for me? Quincy, man, so it was cool. It was dope. And so, and since then I've done a lot of work for him. So he's great, y'all. He's a G. On a scale of 1 to OG, triple OG, he be OG, triple OG in it like all day, every day. Like, y'all don't even know. What did you name your electric cello? Okay, y'all. Let's talk about this. I don't know. This is hard. Why? No, okay. So I have Beyonce. my acoustic one. She got the curve. She got, she looked good and everything. And I played that all 2012, 2013 tour. Now I have this electric cello because it just works so well for the stage, and it just works like in terms of sound and all that stuff. Now, I don't know what to call it because this is the reason why. I'm going to be hopefully buying another cello, and I want it to be kind of the electric cello that's that looks like a bass and sounds like a bass. So I don't necessarily know what to do. I feel like when I wait and get that, I'll let you know. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Let's see. What's another question? What will be the next steps as KO after the Renegade EP? Well, funny enough, I have already started working on new music. Just some ideas that I've really been working on, because with all of this, my real goal, like, I love classical music. I love all these genres that have kind of come into my life, and I've been interacting with them in one way or another. But I want to figure out a different type of popular sound. People who I've really been interested in is people like Pharrell, because what he did is that he's a tastemaker. He had a sound that was so different from anything else, but it could be popularized in this industry. Honestly, just like Pentatonix, we have a sound, I believe, that is so different, yet we've been able to, through various means, try to kind of popularize it in this industry. And so, I'm trying to kind of just make that type of pop music with the cello, and also I'm really excited. I've been singing a lot more, y'all, taking voice lessons and trying to understand where my voice really lies, because I love it. It's so much fun. So yeah, a lot more singing, a lot of that stuff. And yeah, we'll see where that goes. But yeah, I've already started writing, and I think some of the ideas are really cool. How did you get started in music? Brenna Jennings asked. Hi, Brenna. How you doing, girl? You good? Because you a G. OG, triple OG. What's up? How did I get started? That's a very good question. I got started, I think when I was 6 months old. My mom and dad said that I was in the car with them, and my mom and dad, they played If You're Happy and You Know It with me. But after a certain period of time, at 6 months, I said, when you're happy and you know it, and I just clapped. And they were like, that's weird. He's 6 months. How does he know? And then I did it again. And that's when they started thinking, okay, there's something in there. And then I remember when I was like 3 years old, my dad had this, he bought me a keyboard that would play songs. And so I would just mimic all the songs. And one of the songs was Scarborough Fair, which was one of my dad's favorite songs. And I started playing it for him when he was walking outside the house. I was 3, and he said, how did you learn that? And I was like, it's on the keyboard. And that's when he said, okay, we need this kid to start taking music lessons. And that's how it started. But once again, I never thought I was going to do it as my career. I was kind of thinking I was going to be a doctor. That's exactly what I thought I was going to do. So I went to Phillips Academy in Andover for that, and then I went straight to Yale for undergrad, always thinking I was going to be in medicine. But now, I'm making music as my career, and I absolutely love it. And I want to thank you guys for supporting me and supporting the band. Thank you. Thank you. As y'all can tell, I'm crazy, so don't judge me. Anyway. Oh, man. I like this. Yo, give me more questions, y'all.
They also suggested if you want to go through hashtag
Oh.
Some people can't comment, I guess.
Oh, some people can't comment? Oh, yeah, well, I'll also look at your Twitter, and I will.
I think they're using the hashtag.
Y'all are looking okay, let's look. Let's see what you guys have to say. Let's see some questions over here. Where's the hashtag? As y'all can tell, I haven't really done this before, and Jakey's helping me out. Yes, Jakey, you the man. Isn't Jake the man, by the way, y'all? Oh, does Avi snore? Absolutely. No, I don't think he actually snores. I'm just gonna make fun of him every single time I get it, so too bad. Sorry, Avi.
So I guess, yeah, you can just scroll through those.
Let's see. Maya Williams, she asked, how has tour been so far, and what was your most memorable moment? Oh, I love you too. Thank you. So my tour has been insane because it's just crazy to see so many of you guys out there and just so many new fans and so many new people that we've never met before, especially coming through VIP and saying, oh, through the Christmas stuff, your Christmas stuff was crazy. And it's always crazy to me whenever during VIP people say congratulations on the Grammy, because y'all, it's a Grammy. It's a Grammy. Like, that's not real life, guys, and it still is not real life to me. Like, I just thank you guys. Thank you for watching the video, 1 bow. Thank you for listening to our music, 2 bows. Thank you for being there for us, 3 bows. For all of y'all, thank you guys. It's literally it's just an awesome experience. Let's see. Other questions. Crunchy or chewy Chips Ahoy? Chewy, absolutely. Okay, and peanut butter. Let's talk about peanut butter, y'all. All right, crunchy peanut butter all the way. Creamy is nice, but you need some of that texture. You know what I'm saying? Like, you put a little crunchy peanut butter, you put a little jelly, you put some maybe maple syrup. Because like when I was younger, my mom, she wouldn't. I don't know. She would always use like maple syrup for things, which is great, especially sandwiches. And this is probably, I don't know if this is weird or maybe it's just my family, but whenever I was young and we would eat pancakes or waffles, we never used, for that we wouldn't use syrup. My mom made us use peanut butter and applesauce. And it was so good. Like, applesauce? Changing games, y'all. Like, for real? Oh, man. Anyway, let's see. I want to answer some things from the live stream. How did I start beatboxing? This is a very good question. Okay, so I've always kind of made sounds, and my dad literally all of the time was just like, hey, son, stop doing that. You are weird, and you are making noise, and you are obstructing everybody's work. And I'm like, Dad, I'm like 3, like 4 years old. You can't just do that to me. I'm upset. No, he was like, no, just stop. But I still kept doing it. And then, let's see. I heard this song called Just Listen by, what's it called? Just Listen by Music Soul Child. And it would go like this. The beginning was like this. And I heard that and I was hooked. So I kept doing it more. I actually did a year of it in when I went to boarding school at Andover. I was in Yorkies. It was the all guys. Oh man, it was the all guys a cappella group. So I did that for a year, and then I didn't do it throughout Yale. And it's crazy because Yale has such an illustrious history when it comes to a cappella, but I just didn't do that because I was so much more focused on school and Chinese and academics and chamber music and playing cello. And then randomly I started to do with this, the cello, adding it together, and from there it kind of just went berserk. So, hey Kevin, I have a very important question for you. I want to invite you and maybe all of PTX to Poland to World Youth Day 2016. That would be awesome. If you actually want that to happen, just tweet me, and I'll get you to the right people to make that happen, because that would be cool. Plus, we've never been to Poland. See, okay, I want to travel more places in Europe. Like, we've been to a lot of Western Europe, which is awesome, but I want to go to, like, Scandinavia. I want to see some crazy places that we've never been, because I've heard it's awesome. I heard the people are amazing. And the food? There's going to be a reoccurring theme throughout this whole thing, and it's going to be food, y'all. I love to eat. I'm sorry. So, who won the Sleep Wars? Come on, y'all. Who won the Sleep Wars? It's your boy K.O. No, I'm joking. That was stupid. But yeah, no, I'm going to always say I won the Sleep Wars. Let's see. Let me see the question. Have you ever struggled with confidence? That's a very good question. Growing up, I was always the person that got made fun of, constantly. Because how do you say this? I guess you know, I was always the kid that, I was African American, always in these classes, these academically, challenging classes, and all my peers always made fun of me, and they never understood why I was in these classes because a lot of, people weren't in those same types of classes as me, and that always was hard, and it made no sense to me why I was being made fun of for those things, and I was really eager to learn all those types of things, and it always was sad to me that I was the only black face in my classes, always. But I guess as is life in that time period. And I did struggle a lot because I never thought that people would like me. I never really at that time didn't think I would have friends that would, I didn't think I didn't have a lot of friends at that time when I was growing up, when I was very, very young. I think really what changed was when I went to boarding school. Now, granted, it was very difficult, and I mean, you're going to this place where all these kids are brilliant. Like a third of my class, they go to Ivy League schools, but they're all like-minded. And I think that's when I got the confidence that, okay, these are the type of people I want to be around, who want to change the world. They want to do things that completely revolutionize society. They want to do things that are that better human life, and that always. Oh, look at Jake in the back. Sorry. No, it's fine. It's fine. But those things, I think that experience, regardless of how hard it was, it gave me a lot more confidence in who I am as a person and learning to work on my weaknesses. I think once I started working on those weaknesses that I had, I could gain a lot more confidence in myself. Even now, I mean, I think at every single part of my journey, I still feel like I deal with confidence issues because, at Pentatonix, you never know. In the beginning, we believed we had the sound, but could this really be popularized in the industry? But you just kind of have to take it within here and just say, listen, I believe in it, and I don't know if we're crazy, but if we're crazy, let's just go and be crazy and go forth and conquer as crazy people. And we're just thankful that you guys have responded so positively to our music. And the same thing kind of even with my music. I just, to know that 590 people are watching this live stream right now, that is you guys, I'm beside myself. So I just appreciate you guys so much, and you guys give me confidence to continuously do what I do. So thank you guys so much for all of that. Let's see. Are you gonna have a solo on the next PTX album? Ooh. That'd be cool. I mean, like I said, I'm practicing singing more, and I'm like singing, actually I'm singing a crazy amount more, and I'm singing on tour. I really, you know what? I hope so. That would be very, very cool. I have some songs in mind that would be fun to sing and stuff, and that'd be very cool. What is your favorite animal? Oh my goodness. I love dolphins. They're intelligent creatures. I mean, they seem, oh my gosh, and sorry, I'm literally, every single time I start talking, my mind goes like this because I am so ADHD. Go figure. But we as a band in 2014 on our last tour, we went to in Chicago a park or how is it? I forget where animals reside. The place where animals reside. What is it called?
Like,
No. Anyway, guys, brain fart.
a zoo?
A zoo.
Okay.
A zoo. Thank you. This is why Jake's around, because he reminds me of words that I should know, but I don't know. Oh, foolishness. Promise you I went to Yale, guys. I promise. Anyway, we went to a zoo, and we played with dolphins, and it was great. Love them. And I actually used to collect glass dolphins growing up, and I stopped collecting them because when I was 12 years old, I was in Europe, and I was part of this band called the United States Wind Band. I was a 12-year-old, but I was the principal saxophonist of this collegiate band, practically this U.S. band, and they took college and like senior year high school students all over the country to do this touring band. So I was 12 and I was the principal saxophonist, and I remember we were in Italy. We were in Venice, Italy, and I just bought a glass dolphin. And then as I was skipping down the steps, I tripped and it broke, and I cried my eyes out. My sister was there. And sorry, not my sister, my mom was there. And from there on, I didn't collect them because I was kind of fortified by the experience. But I still love them. Let's see. McDonald's or Burger King? How about neither? I like. How about like In and Out? How about like what's the place that has really good burgers? Oh, y'all know The Counter? Oh my goodness, it's so good. Like when the first time we moved to LA, our tour manager Esther, she took us to The Counter after we flew in from some random place. Lord have mercy, it's really good. Del Fajardo, she asked, sorry, or he asked, how do you handle mistakes during live performances? Listen, I want to tell you right now, there is no perfect artist unless you're Beyonce. She's perfect. Forgive me. Beyonce, I'm sorry. You are perfect, and I love you. But I'm not always going to be perfect on stage. But I think what you do is you just listen back and you continuously try to further and be better. Because, you know, I think during live performance, obviously you're in it, you're having fun, but you're also thinking a lot. I mean, I'm constantly thinking about staying on tempo, staying in groove. When I'm playing cello, I'm constantly thinking about the things that I practice to make sure that I'm always in tune, to make sure that I'm, you know, phrasing things the way I wanted to phrase them. But also looking like I'm having a good, I mean, I am having a good time, not looking like I'm having a good time. I'm having a good time, but just making sure I feel loose and just enjoying myself too. You know, some pieces are no-brainers. Some pieces I just really have to think. So it's fun. I wonder, am I allowed to bring people on? Are you allowed to bring people on as a Google Hangout? Do you know?
I don't know, maybe. There's the...
Sorry, guys. 1 second. I want to see if I can bring people on because that'd be fun. Because it's a Google Hangout, right?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Let's see. I don't know. Because if this is you, I feel like you should be able to, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think so.
I guess not for a live stream. Maybe not a live stream like this.
Yeah.
Okay. Or an ad. Nope.
I don't know if that'll do.
Never mind. Okay. Well,
But
just okay. Gotcha. Appreciate it. Sorry, guys, about the little lull. Trying to understand this program a little bit more before we continue. Okay. Other questions. Do you watch Superfruit? I actually do. There are certain episodes that I do because I think, listen, I love Scott and Mitch, and I'm basically living with Superfruit all the time. And I know a lot of people have said, oh, man, they're just like that for, you know, videos and stuff. But to be honest, they're truly like that all of the time. I mean, they are constantly joking with each other. They're constantly making fun. They're constantly just, you know, being them. And it's so cool that that genuineness comes through in their videos. I love them. Literally love them. Let's see. Another question. What was it like being on the sing-off? Let me tell you, my homie. It was probably one of the most exciting yet fun experiences. I mean, you're practically on a you're practically in a music camp for like 8 weeks, and you're just having fun with these extremely talented people. Because the thing is, to be on the sing-off, you have to be able to sing. To be on the sing-off, you have to be musically talented. You can't hide behind anything. And so you're just with some of the most incredible people, and they're so talented, and they're so genuine. And honestly, at the end of the day, we're all just trying to make good music, you know? And so it's just such a blessing to be able to be with those people. Yeah, my homie. Let's see. What's another question? Oh, before your music career took off, what were you planning on doing in the medical field? To be completely honest, I think because of all the time I've spent with an instrument and using my hands, I really wanted to do surgery because I felt like surgery was the closest thing to what I do as a musician. You have to be very focused for a certain period of time, and you have to utilize your hands and practice a skill all the time. So I think it would have been surgery. I think probably neuro or something like cardiovascular, because I know the heart is something I've been interested in since I was very, very young. And, you know, neurosurgery, to be able to answer questions about the brain would be such a fun thing. But yeah. How is it like to work with Mitch and Scott? Dude, they're the greatest. What I love about this band, honestly, to work with any of them, is that these are these are four of the most talented people I've ever met in my entire life. I mean it. They are so gifted and they have such an intuition about music. I mean, the things that sometimes Mitch will just come up with while we're arranging, I'm just like, bro, where'd you come from? On a scale of 1 to G, you are a G. My man, what's up? Holla back at your boy. And so it's just cool to be able to do that. And we're always, and it's cool that you're working with four people that are, we're all constantly growing. You know, we're all constantly trying to understand ourselves, and we're growing up together. You know, we're all kind of going through the hardships of this time period together and trying to understand how do you create something like this at such a young time of your life. And it's very cool to do it with these four people because they're great. Do you have any advice for string players in orchestra? Listen, now it depends on what you're asking about. If you're asking about how to get other people motivated, about how to be better as an instrumentalist, one, music lessons definitely help. You know, because a professional will definitely give you a lot of advice about how to be a better player. I think two, honestly, do things that really inspire you. I mean, granted, the great thing about classical music is that it gives you a basis to understand how you can play and how to phrase and how to be a musician. Because I think classical music, the theory behind it, the kind of musicality you need to make such beautiful classical music, it takes a lot of work. But once you understand that, I mean, then go out there and start having some fun. I mean, that's definitely what I did. I'm glad for my classical training because now I can take that training and just start doing fun things and listening to pop music and jazz and all these different things that have inspired me and start trying to create a sound that is truly my own. So yeah, man, y'all just have some fun, bro. Just have some fun. Speak Chinese? Oh my gosh. 哎，大家好，我的名字是陆佑乐，大陆的陆，保佑的佑，快乐的乐。我非常的高兴你们能够来这儿，因为你们给我这个机会跟你们讨论一下这些跟音乐有关的问题啊，什么跟长大的这些问题。So I basically said, hey, what's up, everybody? My name is Kevin, and I gave you guys my Chinese name, and I'm really happy to talk to you guys and discuss things that are about music and questions about growing up and things like that. So it was cool, man. I love Chinese, y'all. Like, are any of you guys like studying Chinese or Spanish? Yo tengo un gato en mis pantalones. No, okay, let me think. Yo fui a Costa Rica por 4 semanas para aprender español, pero yo olvidé mucho de mi español. So that was like, what was that? What did I say? Yo fui a Costa Rica por 4 semanas. I went to Costa Rica for 4 weeks to study Spanish, but I've forgotten a lot of it. And that's the truth. I actually went to I went to Costa Rica before my senior year of high school, and I studied it, and I loved it. I loved it. French? Oh my gosh. J'ai suivi un cours de français 3 années dernières, mais j'ai oublié beaucoup de mon français. So like kind of the same thing. Mais j'aime les Chinois. I love the Chinese. But yeah, it's just like I took French about 3 years ago, but I've forgotten a lot of it. Same thing. Korean? Oh my gosh, y'all are just having fun. Y'all are just having fun with me. What's some Korean? I think I know some. Wanjan Yepa, which I think is like really pretty, or An Yepa, which is not pretty. What else do I know in Korean? I don't remember. I love Korea though, because Korea is dope. Honestly, I always say if I didn't study Chinese, I would have for sure studied Korean, because Korean is so fun, and the people are awesome. Like so when I left China in 2010, after my full year of studying Chinese, I took 10 days in Korea, and I loved it. Like the food is great. Oh my gosh, the dak galbi and the and the bulgogi, and oh my gosh, just the feel of it. I would have for sure studied that. Let's see, what else? Funniest member of Pentatonix? I'm joking. I don't know any German. Come on. Y'all, Japanese? Oh my gosh. Arigato gozaimasu. What else? I don't know. Now, okay, this is now just becoming a really big game. Okay, let's get to some real questions. I don't know no Pig Latin. I don't know no other languages that y'all are talking about. Stop it, man. Let's see. Okay. What religion am I? I'm a Seventh-day Adventist. And so, you know, for me, that means that usually Sunset Friday to Sunset Saturday, we don't do any work because I worship during that time. And so, just depending on the Bible, the fourth commandment. And so, yeah, that's something that we've always done, and I'm thankful that this band understands that it's something I take seriously. And it's cool because, you know, we all have our different things that I think we're very, very particular about. And the great thing about this band is that we all try to cater to those things because we want to be ourselves within this band. So that's really, really important to all of us. Who inspires me musically? Oh my gosh. Well, when it comes to the kind of stuff I'm doing with my solo work, a couple of people for sure. Let me think. So I think there are four people I can talk about. One, Quincy Jones, because his career was very long and it was wide and vast, but it all centered around music, and he still always continuously became the best at what he did. And I read his autobiography actually last year, and it was one of the most inspiring things, the autobiography of Quincy Jones. It was great. Quincy Jones, I'd say Pharrell, because once again, he's a tastemaker, and he took a sound, he created a sound that he could produce for a lot of people, and he popularized it in this industry. And he sang with those songs that he created. And I think that's just such a beautiful thing. And now he's having the success, you know, as an artist. He's always had success as a producer, but now he's really an artist that everybody loves. I'd say Santana, absolutely Santana, because Santana is he's a ridiculous instrumentalist, and he had a very distinct sound as an instrumentalist, and that's always been very, very inspiring to me. He's had he was able to do a very big pop album with his instrumental skills. You know, where he had all these amazing people come out, and he had an amazing album with all these people. It's basically a duet album. And, you know, that's always really inspired me. And then I'd say George Benson, because George Benson was a ridiculous, and I mean ridiculous jazz blues guitarist. But then he started singing, and his first and foremost was being an instrumentalist. And then he started singing, and he was able to have hits on the radio, you know. It was a what is it, that song? Oh, give me the night. Give me the night. It's so good. Y'all gotta hear the song. It's amazing. So yeah, I think, you know, understanding those people, I kind of want to have an amalgamation of those guys where, you know, they make incredible music. You know, they're singers, they're artists, created a sound. You know, with the cello playing, you know, it's a very distinct sound that you hear with my voice. It's a very distinct sound, but amongst that, I'm creating a production that is very different and very specific to me. So yeah, that's kind of what I want to do. And, you know, I feel like I'm just in the beginning stages of that with this album. So what do you think is your greatest strength? That's a very, very good question. I would say my greatest strength is my tenacity and my resilience, because listen, I'm with four of the most talented people I've ever met, and their talent is very humbling. And the thing about them and a lot of people that I've met in this industry is that they've all known from the very beginning that they want to do this. So they've really practiced their butts off from very young to know that they wanted to be here and to get to the point where they are in their career. and I respect them for that. I didn't know that, you know, and so I'm somebody that really didn't practice a lot. I studied a lot, but I didn't practice a lot. So when I made the decision to go into music, I was very scared because I didn't know if I could do it, to be completely honest. But I believed I was supposed to, and I didn't know how. I didn't have a very specific idea. Like, you know, Kirsty knew she wanted to do musical theater. You know, Scott always knew he wanted to be a solo artist. I had absolutely no idea. So I just tried a lot of different things. And, you know, with Julio, for example, it took me a full year to finally work on and get out. With Renegade EP, so with the track Renegade, it took me 2 years to write before I started performing it on tour because I just couldn't do it. I mean, my first draft, y'all would not want to hear that. But I'm just very happy I've been resilient and tried my best to make music that I love and not give up because there's many times where I wanted to, absolutely. So yeah, and once again, you guys have really given me a lot of strength to make this incredible. So thank you. Yoruba? Uh-huh. Okay, my people, Yoruba. So I am half Nigerian. My tribe is called the Yoruba tribe. All right, my people. And so the Yorubas, we have amazing food. And you know what I've always wanted? Okay, I've always truly wanted to have like a West African restaurant that focuses on the foods of those places because there's a lot of like West Indian restaurants. If you go to Atlanta, you go to New York, there's so many of those, but like West African restaurants with like fufu and jollof rice and eba and amala, y'all don't even know what's coming to you. That food is so good, man. Like, woo, it's good. And so, oh my gosh, the chicken song. I keep getting this chicken song thing. Oh my gosh, can I do it? If I had some chicken, dun, 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 I would take that chicken home. If I had some noodles, I would eat that to the bone. If I had some chicken. I don't know the rest, to be honest, because I didn't really make that song up. I don't know. Sing you happy birthday. There's all this singing stuff. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear. To somebody, because the names keep going. To somebody. Happy birthday to you. Y'all are funny. Yeah, I'm gonna work on it some more, y'all. Don't worry about it. Let's see. Oh, who are my favorite singers? People who I've been really inspired by. You know, I'm not necessarily the person that's all about like running and stuff, although I think it's fun to try to do. So that's all I'm doing it for right now. It's like whatever. But like people who I've really been inspired by, like as singers, Scott for sure. But and Avi's tone, honestly, everybody in Pentatonix, to be honest, because they're ridiculous. But singers I've really been listening to, especially recently, Sting is incredible. Like I'm listening to that every step you take, every step you take, every move you make. I love that song so much, y'all. Sting, Dan Reynolds from what is it? From not from Radioactive. Oh my gosh, from what is the band called? Imagine Dragons, guys. Oh my goodness, I'm blanking out. That I'd say Chris Martin from Coldplay. How many of you guys are Coldplay fans? Because they are literally incredible. I'd say Phil Collins. I'm an 80s guy, so Phil Collins. And I say Justin Timberlake a lot. And like some of the stuff I'm really inspired by are all the kind of like fast, like rapping like sing rapping stuff. Like, yo, baby, I just know that you my love, and I just want to know that you be on it. I just want to see that you be on it. Like all that, yo, what you know about me, girl? Because I love that stuff. And so I'm on this next album. Hopefully, I'm going to do a lot more stuff with that, and also with Triptych. We actually just finished writing a song, and we just finished a video for a song that we wrote that has me doing a lot of like the sing rap stuff, which I'm so excited for. Oh my gosh, you guys, Triptych. Okay, well, if you guys want to learn more about Triptych, Triptych is kind of it's an urban classical hip hop, if you will, trio project that was started in 2011. Well, I met Antoinette Costa through a friend of mine, my senior year suite mate. And we decided to do a track together called Void of a Legend. And she's such an amazing person. She's one of the people I probably, as a friend, I respect the most on this earth because of just who she is. She's so down to earth. She's so amazing. And I just really respect her. And so we did a song together called Void of a Legend, and it got to #4 on the classical charts on iTunes. So we decided to continuously make music together, and we found this friend named Tara Kamanga, and she's just this incredible pianist and violinist. She went to Harvard. Antoinette went to Columbia and Cornell, and then I went to Yale. So it's kind of this, I guess, bookish trio, if you will. And we just continuously made music, and then we decided to actually become like a side project in 2013 when we started doing some music in Napa Valley, and the Grammys, the Recording Academy, they asked to do a performance for them. So we did that, and they said, have you guys ever thought about putting an album together? Because this type of music has never really it's never really been showcased. So I said, well, let's do an album, y'all. Let's try it. And so we've been working on an EP of songs, and I think we're almost there, to be completely honest. We're just looking at final mixes and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, we're just so excited. It's really fun. I can't wait for you guys to hear some of the new material and hopefully get it all out as an album to give to you guys someday. Y'all, I'm not going to prank call at Avi. That's my boy. I'm not going to prank call him. Y'all want me to prank call so badly. It is so funny to me. Here, I think, you know what? I'll probably do some stuff for 10 more minutes. Oh, you guys want to see my cello? Hold on. Okay, hold on. Give me a second. Okay, here we go. So this is my electric cello. It's a Yamaha silent cello, SVC 110 model. Ah, come on, open. And this is what it looks like. Can you guys see this? It's hollow. And you just turn it on from the back. There's this switch right here that turns on. That's the green light, so that it's on, and then you can kind of mess with reverb. If you go overdrive like this, it goes red, and then you can start messing with reverb that you hear. And then it's silent because, I won't drop it. Hold on. So, oh. Well, it comes in many parts, first of all. So let me get the other part out. This thing is where I put it in so that now I have something to rest on my body, right? And then turn that off. If I want to listen to it, because once again, it's silent, and if I'm in like kind of a noisy situation, I have these headphones. They're kind of all over the place right now. No! Sorry, y'all. This thing's crazy. But I have these headphones where I can listen to it. You just take it, you plug it in from the back right here, and then I can just listen to my own cello. So let's see. I don't even know if you guys can hear this. Right? And I know Papa Ute, I'll play some of it. I mean, it's really like what can I do? Like what first of all, it's out of tune, so there's that, right? So it's cool. And I've loved playing this instrument on tour. It's been so much fun. I've been playing a lot of Julio on tour. What is that? So yeah, I've been working on some of that stuff, and yeah, it's just really fun. And honestly, if you guys want to know, like one of the things I continuously talk about is that the way I want to play is literally as if I'm singing, right? So let's just take an example. The cool thing about the cello, I think, is that it's the closest thing to the human voice. A lot of people say that, right? So let's take something like "Stay With Me." So I did that for the album, right? Now I think if it was played by just normally a classical instrumentalist, a guy, they would probably be like this, like, right? Right? But now, if I try to do it like a singer, it would have inflections and slides. It would have different things that kind of make it a little different. So like, right? So basically, there's just a couple of things that I've been learning and trying to do when I'm doing that. I mean, for one, just the slides. Yay, hey, yo. Things like that, right? And like runs, because you hear instrumentalists, or sorry, you hear singers do that all the time. Like, like you'll hear like Scott do his runs, like. So those kind of things, you know, I just try to listen to the way my favorite singers, like John Legend, like he has his vibrato is very wide, like oh no, all those type of things, you know, I just started messing around with, and that's just kind of the way I want to play, literally as if I'm singing. So that it just kind of gives the gives the cello just that its own voice, and so I just try to continuously do that as I'm learning and playing, and you know, trying to learn more. It's a journey, and I love it, y'all. Anyway, More questions, more questions, more questions, more questions. Um, say hi to Olivia Cooney. Hi, Olivia. How you doing, baby? Uh, are you ever going to visit Siberia? Oh my gosh, I certainly hope so. You always look so happy when you play. I love playing, y'all. And especially because I figured out why I personally love playing. It's truly just whenever I started singing and the medium just happens to be this big baby right here, that's when I was like, oh, well, yeah, of course I want to play. Because now it's my voice. It's my voice. And it's just cool, you know? And I get to use it for so many different things, and it's cool. Oh, beatboxing. How do you do the inward snare? Okay. I have the hardest time teaching this because I feel like it's something I've just worked a lot on. But if you can make this sound, so it's like a K sound, but coming from like this area of your throat, you can do this. That same feeling, you just have to have that, but inward. So that's really disgusting, I know, but that's kind of how I started. From there, you kind of make it feel like as if it's like a bow and arrow that you're about to shoot. Like this is the potential energy, and then you release it as kinetic. That same feeling, you have to just let it go. So you have a lot of pressure. And then from there, I mean, you can take that and just depending on the way your voice works, you can kind of make it come out and come in. And you can do that with a lot of different sounds, kind of like how you hear in dance music, things that kind of come in and come out. Like that kind of stuff, like, or even the way you do. So yeah, just things like that, honestly. Yeah, and from there you'll learn more. So I think I only have 4 more minutes. So guys, I want to hear 4 more minutes worth of questions, and then I gotta go. I got some things I got to do, trying to make more music for you guys. Next stuff with the album. Well, right now, Pentatonix, I mean, we're working kind of full-time on creating our original album. And it's kind of difficult because we're on the road, and we're trying to figure out times where we can work on it. Because honestly, when we're on the road, the only thing we want to focus on is our shows. Because, oh my gosh, our shows are very taxing, and we just have to be very careful and pace ourselves, you know. So, but you know, on this, we have a mobile studio, and we're working a lot to pace ourselves by first, I think, arranging a lot of material, and then towards the end of the tour, singing through and recording a lot of the material. And we have a week off before we go to Europe, so hopefully during that time we would just record like crazy before we start the Europe tour. But yeah, I mean, I think that's a lot of it. Oh, and then my own stuff. Oh my gosh, yeah, I started working on new material for my own solo project, the second one, like last year, and I want to get some features on it. There's some really cool people I'm thinking about for it, and I think I have some really cool voices. There's some songs that I'm working on for myself for singing, some new original material, some covers that I've been thinking about, and I'm really excited because I'm going to start working with electronics. I've always wanted to work with that stuff because I play piano, but I'd love to utilize those MIDI controllers. Like, there's a MIDI controller that I have with me on tour. Hold on, y'all. It's this thing right here. It's the Akai MPK Mini. so this is something that I use a lot to kind of just make beats and stuff. So like when I'm writing original stuff for the album, you know, I just use this. And I do it for myself. I do it for Pentatonix. Like, you know, gosh, like Natural Disaster, when I was writing, I wrote that on an airplane. And I just use like my voice and like this just to make the stomps and claps. And, you know, was able to kind of get a demo out. So, but yeah, no, like it's just, that's kind of how I like to make music. So I've been thinking a lot about electronics for this next one, just to kind of make a really cool electronic yet organic sound, kind of like a Radiohead, but a little bit more progressive for what I'm doing with the cello, to allow the cello to really sing and to allow myself to really sing over it too. And like, I mean, really singing. My hat size, why does everybody keep asking me about my hat size? I think it's hilarious. It is 7 3/4. So if you guys ever get crazy hats, let me know, because I love hats. Anyway, oh, okay, one more question, and then I probably have to go, y'all. Let's see. What percentage of time do you spend working on music and other things? You know, I think music is something I work on probably 70% of my time. 30% of my time is kind of reading, working on other ventures, things that I've been really thinking about, that with other friends, you know, that are not necessarily music related. I'm always interested in people that do a lot of stuff with entrepreneurship, because there's a lot of people out there with such good ideas, young people with so many great ideas out there for how they can build something or create something, and I just want to support these people. So, you know, working with kind of people like that, actually, this is really cool. I get to talk to you guys about I'm going to have a website up, and one of the things I'm really excited for is that I'm doing this thing called KO Corner. So basically what it is, it's a place where you guys can ask me any question, and I want to be able to answer that in depth, in written word. And so I hope I can choose one question a month and just write about it. And maybe I'll expand it to where, you know, not necessarily I do a live stream. Maybe I'll just do like a YouTube video like a week, or a YouTube video every 2 weeks, and just discuss some of the questions that you guys have. But I definitely want to take one question a month and be able to answer it in depth, because, you know, you guys ask a lot of questions, and I know, you know, being an artist, a lot of times, sometimes people ask these questions and you're not sure if you'll get answers back, or, you know, artists are just kind of this mystery thing. So I want to kind of, you know, dispel that mystery, if you will, and just talk to you guys, because y'all are awesome, and you guys want to do, you know, similar things to what I'm doing, to what the band is doing. And so, you know, if there's ways that I can help with that, it'd be cool. Okay, one more question. How do you feel when knowing that your music has touched so many people? Truly, it's something that I'm so blessed to know that what I'm doing as a solo artist and what I'm doing with Pentatonix is changing so many people. And I think some of the lessons I've learned is that, you know, we've learned that we have to continuously be humble in this, because, you know, this could have been another 5 people, but we are the 5 people that were kind of fated, if you will, or just kind of came together to do this. And so I'm very, very thankful, and I'm so happy that this gets to be my life, and I don't take it for granted at all. You know, and I think that's why I'm working on other things, because, you know I want to continuously work as hard as I can to make music for you guys. And so, yeah, that motivates me a lot to continuously practice, to continuously make music, and, you know, set up schedules and set up times for how I'm going to make music, because I want to make sure that anything I do and everything that I do, I just want it. I want you guys to. I pray you guys enjoy it, and it'll brighten your day, and I give you guys just, you know, hope and inspiration that you guys can do whatever you want to do, if you just put the work into it, and you really think outside the box. So, yeah, man. Listen, guys, I am so appreciative of you all. Thank you so much for supporting my album. Thank you guys so much for supporting the person I am, because once again, it's because of you guys that I get to do this as a career. So I hope you guys share the EP with lots and lots of people. I hope you guys continuously look at the things that I'm doing as a musician. And I hope I get to meet a lot of you guys on tour. What's up? So yeah, listen, like I love y'all. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you guys soon. Yeah, guys. Bye. Now to turn it off because I don't necessarily know how. Here we go. Okay. Bye, y'all. Thanks for everything.